Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching.
Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. I thought that would be cute because this was a very, very heavy Bane episode. Harley Quinn, Season 2, Episode 5 review coming at you. So Harley was actually not in this episode at all. So we start off the episode with your stereotypical angry fanboy going on about, Harley Quinn, who the heck wants to watch that? It's all female centric, shoving feminism in your face. You think that Harley would actually be able to defeat the Penguin and the Riddler and Mr. Freeze? That's laughable. And yet at the same time, the guy clearly looking semi like myself. The guy clearly watched every single episode of the show. But this episode was different because it didn't actually feature Harley at all. It was more about featuring, Batman returning, Batgirl. We got to see a lot of her, to what Two-Face and Bane are doing. I completely forgot Two-Face was the thing last review. I thought that was kind of funny. I thought it was just Bane left. I forgot you got Two-Face as well. But basically what's happening is Batman is back. He's out of his coma, but he's not physically able to do anything. So he gets in the suit once in a while, tries to inspire some people. But there's two heroes going around. There's Macaroni, which is actually just Wilfred dressed up in like a giant powdered wig that has like a boxing glove and other crazy weapons inside of it. And then you got Batgirl, which is Commissioner Gordon's daughter, going around and beating the crap out of people. She's got like 1 million followers on Instagram. And she took a picture of Batman showing that Batman is back, and everybody in Gotham is starting to revolt, and probably everything is starting to get in the process of getting back to normal. Did not expect this episode at all. Just assumed that this episode was probably going to be Harley going after Bane or Two-Face. But now Bane and Two-Face are a team, kind of, sort of, but not really. Two-Face is actually pretty much running the show. So Two-Face was like, hey, let's team up. Bane was like, all right, whatever, there's a revolt going on, let's team up. And then because Batman is weak, he has Lucius design him an Iron Man suit. That's right, I said Iron Man, I know what I said, all you Marvel haters out there. But basically, it's very similar to Tony's suit that can fly onto him at any point in time. I think it was Iron Man 3, if you're familiar with the movies, that he had that suit on, and basically compensate for his weakness. Unfortunately, it's not powerful enough to defeat super juiced up Bane, and Bane ended up shattering his legs. He even made a back-breaking joke in there, which I thought was hilarious. And what? I don't understand. I love Bane in the show so much. He's hilarious. He's funny. As I said, he's very much like the Meg in Family Guy. Where everybody just craps on him for no reason. In reality, he's a very powerful, very strong character. Two-Face wouldn't have been able to defeat Batman by himself. No way. No way in hell would Two-Face be able to defeat Batman by himself. And Bane just shattered his legs, like different direction. Didn't directly kill him, but just wrecked him. And Two-Face is like, yeah, good job, but next time you might want to kill him. So kind of complimenting and belittling him at the same time. Very much so a backhanded compliment. There's a little kid that's holding a Batman figurine that shows that he likes Batman. In reality, he's working for Two-Face because, that kid probably wants his food, his water, his safety, etc. And working for one of these villain groups that generally protects you is definitely a good idea. But everybody's basically starting to stand up to the villains at this point in time. So Batman is going to use Batgirl, and probably Robin too, because we don't really know where Robin is at this point in time. So he's going to use Macaroni, aka Alfred, Batgirl, Commissioner Gordon's starter, and most likely Robin is going to be somewhere in there too. And they're going to kind of bring back the symbol, logo. There was a lot of logo calling. And Batman, I think they purposely designed him to be kind of a dickish. He's got I don't know, like the character development of like a 15-year-old, I guess is the best way to describe it. He very teenager-esque, where he's Alfred can be seen as his dad going against his parent. I can't go out. I can't show up and fight crime. I'll show you, Dad. Kind of that vibe, very much so going off. And I think they purposely did that because obviously the show is called Harley Quinn. It's more about Harley, and you don't want to make the hero seem too awesome. Because then, it kind of takes away from the main character and the villain. slash villain-esque, I should say. Villainess, yeah, that works. Villainess works. But basically, he's kind of bratty. He's very, very bratty. I do not really like how they portrayed Bruce Wayne in this. Yeah, the fighting was definitely cool. Him versus Bane was a really cool fight. You know, I got the thumbnail of that. Excellent, episode overall. Obviously, Two-Face and Bane need to come down. My guess now is because Two-Face and Bane are kind of collabing a little bit. My guess would be that Harley is actually going to end up teaming up with Batman and Batgirl in order to defeat both of them. And then at the end of it, Batman's going to be like, you realize I got to send you to Arkham now, right? And Harley may or may not end up in Arkham at the end of this season. We'll have to wait and see what happens with there. Still no news of a season 3 in sight yet. Makes me sad, but hopefully we'll get there. Definitely seems good. I'm wondering if, because the voice of Batgirl sounds very much so the same voice as Harley, Kaylee Kumo there, I believe the voice actor's name is. I wonder if it's the same person. I'm going to have to look that up because it just sounded very similar style. I mean, it is possible that they use the same voice actor for multiple things. I mean, the guy that does Clayface, he has multiple different voicings in the show as well, I believe. I think he might also voice Bane and do the Bane voice, you see? Which would be very, that's fine, whatever. You just got to make it a little different. Just different enough where you can kind of tell it's them, but you understand it's a different character with a different voice, which is perfectly fine in my book. But moving forward, Bane and Two-Face obviously need to get defeated. There might be another Batman-centered episode. I thought they were just going to do it with like little pieces here and there, Batman recovering and all that. But no, they just went out and did an entire episode, which is kind of good because yes, you don't get to see Harley this week, but at the same time, they don't have to include that and make another episode shorter because they have to deal with that here and there. Kind of do a back and forth throughout the entire episode of Batman getting better, Harley doing her own thing, and then kind of generally taking away from the storyline for that one specific episode because you want to be focused on one kind of character for that full 23 minutes as opposed to, kind of a constant back and forth and then trying to wrap up the ending with two different endings, and it doesn't work all the time. So I think they did very well with this episode, how they did it, so kind of singled it out. My guess is Justice League still is probably going to need to come back at some point in time. That's probably their Batman's next goal, I would guess. Harley, I'm guessing Two-Face is probably going to go down before Bane does, most likely. Bane, I would definitely say, he is the funniest, weirdest, quirkiest, most put-down character, but at the same time, he is definitely the strongest of all of the villains that we've seen in the show so far, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and as always, have a good one.